Hello, you beautiful bastards. So, it's been a little bit like slow on the con front for finding like stuff I was stoked to buy. So, to satiate that need, I hit up some comic shops, like a bunch of local comic shops over the past couple months. This might be a bit longer of a video, but it's all stuff that looks really rad. I know it to be, or have an educated guess that the art and writing of these will be pretty awesome. So stick around if you're into this kind of thing. And yeah, 4 shops over the past couple of months. Didn't break the bank at those cons, so kind of needed to feed the beast with visiting some local stores all around the town. All right, let's rock. Oh yeah, before we get started, I just want to ask because I found like this Half-Life disc set. I've been getting like vintage video games and stuff, finding them cheap, or even just finding them in the street. Like I found DSX and StarCraft and like just the street like mint. But I wanted to ask if you guys are into seeing non-comic stuff, or maybe videos that aren't haul videos, kind of like Comic Rack does, where talking about like maybe the best stuff I read or saw over the past week or something. And if so, what would be a good day to show those? Maybe on a weekend or something. I wouldn't want to conflict schedules with anybody though. This Half-Life, it has like all the discs, and then it has an extra set too. So maybe give these to a friend or something. I think this was like $2 or $3. Oh yeah, and in lieu of having a video showing or talking about stuff that entertainment wise was fun to read or otherwise see, I forgot to mention in the last video, if you get a chance to watch In a Violent Nature, check that one out. Best slasher movie I've seen in a long ass time, since Halloween 2. Since I finally watched Halloween 2, I guess, you know, the old one. Anyway, so I was at book fair. I was just buying some supplies, and this like random dude came in off the street with just like random comics that he found in an alley. She offered him, I think, like $1 or $2 for this, and I was like, would it be rude of me to make it like before she said that? I was like, would it be rude of me to chime in with an offer if he doesn't like yours? And she just kind of like looked at me, and I was like, yeah, because I know it's your store, and like it's kind of I'm you taking liberty a little bit and using a privilege that I wouldn't interact if like we both weren't meeting in your store by happenstance. But yeah, I guess he caught the drift because he didn't want to take the $2. And then I walked outside. Then he came up to me and I said, "I'll give you $3 for it." This isn't the one that is worth like $120 though. This Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #1. I think it's like what mint is like $20 or something. I was speculating a little bit there, but I don't know. Whatever. Kind of cool. Anyways, this stuff here now, first store from oh yeah, cover to cover bookshelf, because I just was in the neighborhood one day. Belladonna #1. So in a previous video, I had said that Belladonna was like pretty stupid reading it, but I want to append that, having read the Belladonna issues by Mike Costa, those are awesome. Those are just pure violent speed, momentum. The Mike Costa Belladonnas are awesome, but some of the Pat Shan ones maybe not. So we'll see about these. Belladonna #1. This is Fire and Fury miniseries. Belladonna annual number 27, or annual 2017. Yeah, the Mike Costa ones are what you want for like barbarian comics. Like no hesitation, violence, action. Bike Club #2. Kind of getting these, digging them. Bike Club #3. Howard Chaykin, David Tishman, and David Hahn with the Frank Whiteley covers. Bike Club #4. Yeah, and as always, we're going to stop once in a while, look inside, but we'll keep it moving too. Green Arrow #2. This is one of the only like first of maybe the first 5 issues or so after Longbow Hunters that I haven't got, but really enjoying this. Is really like for adults too. They tackle some really dark and heavy topics in these, especially like living with trauma and stuff like that. But Green Arrow is like, he's such a good dude in these, man. I love it. Gun Honey #3. Second print, but just want all of them because I want to like be able to sit down and just read them. So I think I've completed them all now finally. Gun Honey number 4, the Virgin FOC cover. Gun Honey number 4, the FOC Copic variant. Or maybe not FOC, Copic. Something like that. Gun Honey Blood for Blood number 3. I've talked about this before. It seems to be very fun, like, kind of like spy in action. Even though from the covers and everything, I thought it would just be like for suckers, kind of like preying on people's like lust or like. But these are like well written from what I've read. Number 4 of Blood for Blood. Lady Justice, Neil Gaiman's Lady Justice, volume 1, number 4. I've talked about these two kind of pulpy, actiony, like revenge stuff. Think like Miss 45 or, to a lesser extent, I Spit on Your Grave kind of thing. Lady Justice number 5. Lone Wolf and Cub number 13. Getting close to finishing these, but a homie, a shop owner over at Mighty, he was saying like, don't get these, get the little Tankobon editions. And apparently Koike Kojima, the artist, that's what the size that he originally did everything in, and he even recommends those. He says he likes those better. And also the thing about these first editions, these larger ones, like they never completed the whole story and they were like published kind of out of order. But I still like these. I just really like the size and left to right. Copy of Orkstain number 3. These are pretty rare to find, it seems, so I'm glad to finally have found one of these. Shout out to the homie recommended this for me. Princess of Darkness, just number 5. Just getting some hentai, getting that hentai collection going. Truman, Alcatena, and Parsons, the Spider. So I was really like, I've talked about the Hawkman miniseries. I guess this is from the same era. Tim Truman, kind of the same art style. This is written by him as well. So yeah, I really need more of that vibe because it's so good, man. This looks like maybe it'll be that kind of thing. Okay, next vendor. Or my bad, this is actually the same store, not a different vendor or anything. He had a bin with a bunch of these Savage Sword of Conan at 50 cents each, so I got some. Number 148, 161, 168, 189. The focus is being weird. 201. A set of The One by Rick Veitch. Well, I guess it's only 1 to 4 out of 6 issues, but $1 each. Can't go wrong with that. I'll try that out. Warlock 5, some Aircell. Shout out to Big Elbow, who was kind of recommending the Aircell stuff to me. So this is one that I got recently. Elbow, if you watch this, let me know what other series I should look for. I know of Dragon Ring and Dragon Force, but and a little bit Maelstrom as well, right? But yeah, if there's any you recommend, I'll look for them too. Warlock Book 2, number 1 to 3 for $1, so 33 cents each, not bad. Predator Omnibus, Volume 3. This is kind of a good way to sample, like there's a good price on this, $8. A good way to sample a bunch of different Predator stories. I will say though, just be careful of this Dark Horse like Omnibus era or these editions. I've interacted with a couple of these different omnibuses, this like format from this era, and the binding can be pretty fickle, so be careful with the binding. I'm kind of thinking, what should I do? Just wait till like a very hot, humid day or something to open this so that the glue won't be brittle. Damn, man, I hate having to worry about that. That's one thing printers need to like. The binding is so important, dude. One of the reasons I even stay away from omnibus is actually like I'm worried about the binding just failing. Punisher Frankencastle hardcover. This was half price, so not bad. I'm revisiting this, actually reading it all together. I'm not sure I'm as stoked as I was on first read, but we'll see. The art by Tony Moore is pretty awesome inside, though. Gotta say that. He always keeps his free comic book day section like going, and you're allowed to get one with each visit. So I was looking for Origin by Boichi, but I guess they're not there. But Energon Universe, this is the one that's hyped up, everybody's talking about, right? So we'll see. And if we don't like it, maybe it'll be in demand later and all that jazz. Hit up the mystery book section. The Grifters by Jim Thompson. Honestly, I wanted to read The Killer Inside Me so bad. I was like, I gotta find some pulpy Jim Thompson. And yeah, this is like really easy to read. You can just read this in one day, as with good pulp or mystery. It was pretty good. I guess I gotta see the movie now, but the I wish there was more grifting in it. I wish there was more scams. I wish they were even nastier. They're pretty nasty people in it, but yeah. And I don't know about the ending. Talk to me if you what do you think about that ending? For my 20-cent rack, because everything on there is like a little bit beat up. John D. MacDonald, A Deadly Shade of Gold. Haven't read this yet, but I was reading these back in the day because, was it around the time of Yellow Bastard or Dame to Kill For? In the letters column, Frank Miller had recommended this author as a really good noir and mystery writer with his character, Travis McGee, the complex beach bum detective. Yeah, so 20 cents for this. Okay, next shop. Oh yeah, regarding books, let me know if you'd like me to like do like a showcase on different genres of books. I got like crazy bookshelves and shit, library and all that jazz. I would kind of like to do that at some point, but honestly, all that stuff is a little bit too disorganized for my liking to present. I would like to buy some new shelves, but shit just keeps coming up, man. Like needing wheels on the car, new alternator, new roof for the garage. Our garbage bin just got stolen because our neighborhood sucks so bad, so that might be like $300, and like, man, I'm gonna find who did that and I'm gonna burn their house down. Anyway, next shop. Red River Books just brought a bunch of stuff to trade in there, and luckily they got in a bunch of Lone Wolf and Cub, and I was like filling the holes in the collection, man. They had a bunch that I hadn't seen available before, so just all on trade credit. Lone Wolf and Cub number 18, number 22, these Sienkiewicz covers, I believe. Number 28, who is this though? This isn't Sienkiewicz. What's that? That signature there? Not sure. Number 29, is it like Texera or something? No, I don't think so. Number 30, number 31, number 32, 34, 38, and a copy of The Shadow issue 2. And when I looked inside this is kind of cool. It's signed by Denny O'Neil here. Best wishes. So that's cool. You can't beat that, right? And lastly, I got this copy of Breaker Morant, one of the greatest war movies ever, man. Super good. I still need to see the there's a couple more war movies I gotta see, but this one rules. It's great, man, if you ever get the chance. Okay, more comic books. So next shop is 204 Comics. I was lucky enough to have an extra long lunch break near that shop, and I just went ham. I only wanted like a handful of stuff, but I kept finding good shit there. I just looked through the indie stuff, really. Stay away from looking at Marvel, DC, just nothing against that stuff, but priorities. You gotta prioritize, utilize your time and manage it. Aliens vs. Predator Booty. I guess it's a one-shot. Not familiar with it. Anarchy Comics, an old kind of indie underground thing. I don't know if it's all political and stuff. I guess we'll see. Various guys. Batman Aliens by Ron Mars and Bertie Wrightson. There's a one-shot as well, so we'll see what this is like. I looked inside. The Wrightson art looked a bit like, you know, it's not his A game. Maybe he's phoning it in, collected checks. We'll see, though. Sometimes at a glance it betrays how good it is when you actually get into it, so we'll see. This is what I went there for. This is what I was like fiending to go to 204 Comics for, because I remember on Free Comic Book Day I saw this, but I didn't get it. So this was showcased on that channel, Dark Side is Comics. Shout out to that dude. Good channel where he like covers kind of pulpy stuff. And this is so fun. Speaking of good barbarian fantasy stuff where it's just kind of like Prey again, where it's just dumb fun, man. Dumb as in like no fat. It's just everything boiled down to the pure essence, dude. This Templar Knight from France.
Let's see, you dropped in. Stay here, morsel. Well, well, well. We're eating good tonight, lads.
Let's just read this aloud with a little bit of voice acting for the kids.
Ooh, and this dinner comes with a prize.
Looking at his sword.
Kicking the damn thing off.
Trying to pull his helmet off. It's not coming off. He's playing with his sword. It flies out of his hands, into the knight's hands. And he just decapitates him. No hesitation. And there's the blood. His little goblin is... Hey, he didn't fail his morale check. Disgusting.
That was something, you just went right at it. Not a scratch on you. Well, aside from the fall, did you mean to do that?
Silence, demon. You'll join your companions in hell soon.
Companions? No, no, no. You've got it all wrong. I'm not with them. I was their meal. See?
He convinces them to that he's of no threat. Frees him. This is going to be his little guide. I will not share my name with you, creature, but I will accept your offer. I am indeed lost and trapped here. So, guide, tell me, in the name of the Almighty, where am I?
It might be easier to show you. Follow me.
But, so he got here with these, like, sorcerers and shit, wearing the Templar sign of the cross, but I guess we were doing some crazy, demonic sorcery shit. Yeah, he decapitated that one. Heretics! Now I will cast you into the flames of hell. Hell, you fool, hell is meaningless. Yeah, this is good shit, man. These fucking goblins. So, enter the villain. Let's see here.
We gotta tread carefully. There's worse than goblins out here. Much, much worse.
Cut to this guy. Suddenly this corpse of this horse begins to speak. Enough of your inane wallowing. Rise. We have need of you. What is it this time? More blood? No, no, no. So they tell him that somebody's entered their realm, and he has to go after him. And this corpse is like melting while it's being possessed by these voices. You don't have to like, okay, what kind of magic system is this and that? Like, it's just pure creativity. It's all right. I'm just a traveler passing through.
Oh, I thought you was him. Come back. Come back to get me.
Oh, I was supposed to find a friend not too far from here. What did he look like?
Friend? A killer's what he is. Killed my friends. East they went. Down the mountain that way.
I see. Thank you kindly. Here, a little something for your troubles. Just stabs him right through the neck. This guy's an evil dude. But yeah, this is just, as you could tell by the excitement of my dumbass voices, it's just pure fun, man. I'm really digging this. It's a shame that this is from some, like, really independent studio, Mad Cave. So it's pretty hard to find. I've actually asked different shops if they had this, and a lot of them are just saying they never ordered it, so... Might have to try to find it online or something, which, you know, I like never do. That's just like, that's always the last ditch effort. Just, I guess mainly, I don't know, it feels like it's against the sport, but, you know, also just shipping is ridiculous. I think there were 4 issues of this. Here's number 3. But yeah, I'm glad I got this. I guess this cover, number 1, is a variant as well. Continuing. Dracula Chronicles, number 1 of 3. Esteban Maroto art, and it says the true story of Vlad the Impaler. I'm not sure how true that will be, but Esteban Maroto, based on true story Dracula, sure, I'll try. Gun Honey, the Heat Seeker. This is number 4, cover A. So it seems like they have at that shop a lot of the time, even the variants of this series end up in the back issue bin at a lower price than original retail or back issue, like inflation or anything. So maybe I'll be looking for more of those there too, but I think I have everything, just if wanting variants. But okay, here's one that's a little bit hard to find. A lot, you don't really see this one around often. It's one of the earliest Hellboys, The Wolves of St. August, and I remember reading this as a kid, and it was just so fucking awesome, man. And then it was just like, you can never really find it again. And this is really minty, $3. I think this goes for way more, even. But just this old town, old church town that has come under a lot of like ruin and misfortune, and is kind of abandoned because I guess something happened with like these werewolves. I'm trying to remember like a long time ago reading this, like way back when it came out, but this is awesome, dude. I think this came out before, this was after Seed of Destruction, but before Wake the Devil, if I remember right. Yeah, this is a really good one. Looking forward to this again, revisiting this. I can't believe how minty it is for only like $3. I don't know how they price their stuff, but I'm thankful they do. Not like, their prices are very reasonable there. Very happy. Hellboy, Being Human, Mike Mignola and Richard Corben. Never read this, but it looks to be a one-shot, so that's cool. Self-contained. We get Richard Corben in just about every video, don't we? Not complaining. Yeah, we'll look forward to this. You always need a fat chronic blunt. That. Milk and Cheese, other number 1. Is this number 3? And I think this is, wait, forgive me here. There we go. This is the 4th printing, I think. These are extra copies, but I'll just keep like the earlier printings, I think. Maybe sell the others or give the others to friends. The 4th number 1. This is a 1st printing. 2nd issue, so this is like number 5. 1st printing, and 666. 1st printing. If you're an angsty, misanthropic person, Milk and Cheese is the comic for you. They just make fun of everything and everyone, every subculture, everything. I still like it. I remember when I was like a teenager, that was the shit, man. It was like, it felt so good to find those. Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter, number 1. This surprisingly, like, I was never interested in Magnus Robot Fighter or Valiant stuff very much, but this is one of the better crossovers. And oh yeah, speaking of which, I recently talked about Superman and Aliens. Recently, like, found that. I read it last night. It was pretty boring, dude. So I don't really recommend Superman Aliens. It was okay. It was just perfectly fine, but eh. But this was good. Predator and Magnus Robot Fighter. Rip in Time, number 3. This is an extra copy, but you just can't go wrong. Should I show some stuff in here? Like I said, this might be a little bit of a long video. I think I'm about halfway through the stuff I got, but there's going to be a lot of stuff in here that'll be like worth looking at, I think. His art is just sick, man. This is when he's doing that kind of airbrushed photorealism. Chick's jugs just look awesome all the time in this. When I saw this as a kid, it was like, open up a whole new world, man. I told you guys our channel would talk about sleaziness sometimes. Okay, check out this dinosaur. I think there are 5 issues of this, is that right? Oh yeah, and there's some backup stories in here too. Some of that awesome lighting that he does. Backup story by... who is in this? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Mm-hmm. Moving on. Ooh. 6 from Sirius, number 2. Doug mentioned Paul Galassi. Where did I hear about this again? Maybe it was Kayfabe or something. But yeah, Paul Galassi. I was never interested in this, but hearing, you know, that's one good thing I like about this whole community on here is like, you find people that have like good taste, and then they recommend stuff, and because it would suck to run out of stuff to look for and read, wouldn't it? And to look at, wouldn't that be a bummer? So that's 6 from Sirius. 2, number 1. Here's something I'm stoked as hell for, brothers. Son of Mutant World. Each issue was $2 and the full set there. I've been looking for this for 6 years or something. And I know other people have said that it was always easy for them to find in even bargain bins and stuff, but never for me, so I'm stoked to find this. The first issue looks to be in full color as well. Maybe from the same era that he did that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. This is gonna be batshit crazy. I'm looking forward to this. Looking forward as hell. That bear looks sick too. Let's see. So this has backup stories in each issue. This is Bruce Jones. It's had another or two. William F. Nolan and Richard Corben. Okay. But yeah, excited for these. And that was number 1. Here's number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. So gonna have I think I have doubles of maybe like 3 of those or something, but yeah. Tales of Terror, number 4. I was missing this one too, so that's cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 97. This is from the City at War storyline. Kind of piecing that together recently. And this is the Kevin Eastman and another dude collaborating on the cover, I think. Last Ronin, The Lost Years, number 2. Let me say that when I was reading Last Ronin, when it was coming out, I was like so stoked for it. But then, spoiler, skip ahead maybe a minute if you don't want to hear spoilers for Last Ronin Volume 1. Okay, ready? Yeah, when you get to the end of that, it kind of turns it into like a continuing story. There's no finality or end to it. So I thought that was kind of like maybe opportunistic on their part, when they maybe originally it should have had an ending, but they just saw an opportunity. I don't know, but I do enjoy this this kind of sequel, where he's kind of, you're just looking at him through like his darkest times when he's like really wanting to give up, but stuff that kept him motivated and stuff. So kind of enjoy this. Yeah, that's number 2. And number 3, Unknown Soldier. I've talked about this run before by Joshua Dysart, and yeah, this is a good one, man. It's really hardcore shit in Africa. You know, not that I know much about world politics or anything. You just hear about child soldiers and stuff, and he's taking that stuff on. I guess Dysart is like fairly educated on it, and it's got really brutal like combat and shit in it. It's really dark and heavy. Just underneath that truck shoots those dude's ankles out. Here's the voice of the unknown soldier talking to him. They're hitting us with suppression fire. That means they're planning to flank. They've got us in a tactical asshole, and we need to get mobile before they pull their act together. A child soldier is running at him. Drop that pissant. He's distracting us. Pull the trigger. But this dude, you know, he's kind of a softie, so just butts the child soldier in the face, breaks his nose. This pretty brutal stuff. I'm getting sick of this. I'm not going to suffer you much longer. And he's telling him, yeah, just take me over then, the spirit on the shoulder. You think I want to have to do this shit consciously? Good run, man. This is Ponticelli, Alberto Ponticelli on that issue. So that was number 19. These were each $1, which is pretty cool. I guess not a lot of people are looking for these. Maybe it just kind of went under the radar, but this is a good series. Kalashnikov. This issue follows the life of an AK and just all the different conflicts that it takes part in, and it's written from the AK's point of view. But it starts with Kalashnikov in war before he invents the AK. Kind of showing the field testing and stuff, or rather testing. These parts are purposely machined to fit together loosely, which can admittedly affect accuracy, but this also makes the weapon easier to mass produce and virtually obstruction proof. Yeah, it just shows all these, like, just the history of it. It's pretty cool, man. It's crazy shit. It's a pretty long issue too. Goes through a lot. It's like 2 or 3 pages each conflict. It just lasts forever, this gun. And yeah. Ends with a quote by Mikhail Kalashnikov. I would prefer to have invented a lawnmower. Yeah, good run. Number 22. Number 23. And number 25, the final issue of that volume of Unknown Soldier. Beautiful world. The world is not very beautiful in this run. Like, it's a very, very dark series. Okay, here's a trade paperback or graphic novel of Valkyrie by Chuck Dixon and Paul Galassi with Willie Blyberg. So that should be interesting. Am I an idiot? I got these copies of Warrior, the comic written by the Ultimate Warrior. And I remember when these came out as kids, we were like reading them and just like giggling because it reads like as insane as his diatribes, as like his little promos and stuff. Let's showcase a little bit. I remember we used to think like you need to like do mushrooms and read this stuff, or do mushrooms and feel like this. Countless will be the ones who hide from ever finding the courage to face the twisting and turning of the world in which they live, running for a cover never deep enough, yet its shallowness creating a depth to their misery that they and the loved ones who willingly follow them shall never survive. A warrior stands before the twisting and turning of the world in which he exists at any given moment, prepared for the conflict and the consequences of casting himself against the violence, ready to become the absolute of violence, the absolute of fear, the same he sees in the eyes of those he pities none, shows no sympathy to leaving them to be nothing at all. You know? It's like pure... I guess it's kind of like the end of like the Image era too. So it's like high confrontation gives me choice. Others will relay their stance, reevaluate their views under the subjectivity of others. A warrior holds his ground. The quickness of a warrior's decisions allow him to grab hold and determine the outcome of his life, of its own death. Understand? Is this shit getting through to you, numbskulls? Yeah, alright. Has it been half an hour? Are the shrooms kicking in yet? Get ready. Drink your mead. Get ready to be a barbarian, motherfucker. Only when one takes responsibility for himself can he give what is truly of everlasting value to another. Catastrophe will always be prevalent in a world where people shun their responsibility to be the best that they can be. Their negligence of the reason for it, one of the blood of warrior and the mind of destructicity, believes in the evolution of one's energy and the living of lifetimes, not just one lifetime. Parts unknown exist for this very reason, the transference of energy from one lifetime to another, for others to have the conviction to believe in it. He must set the example. Carrying out that example means walking away from the disasters and the self-destructive behavior of anything or anyone who refuses to understand that the life we have at any moment and our own evolution is the greatest absolute ever given. Sacrifices in the name of distrustity. No matter the demon nor the depth of its ruthless history, its demise happens quickly, all the violence becoming its pain, inside and out. If you don't understand this, you need to fucking get your shit together, man. Get your fucking shit together. Wildstorm Swimsuit Special number 2. Here we got the Jim Lee cover too. I think I've showed this before. I just can't say no to these like swimsuit specials. Got that Jim Lee double page or whatever cover wraparound. Did we flip through this? I think we flipped through it before, right? It's nothing like, there's some nice stuff in here. Some of it's like meh, but some of it's pretty nice. It's nice angle. Is this Brett Booth? Yeah, but I think probably the Marvel ones are the best. And like some of those like Lady Death ones back in the day were pretty sick too. Anyway. Xenia number 3. This just looked like some indie, what's that shit called? Fantasy stuff, but I think this is an anthology and just kind of like random indie stuff. Amazing Spider-Man number 346. You got an iconic Eric Larson cover here. And I saw these had good prices on them finally, because I've been looking at these to complete my Eric Larson run for freaking ages, but these 2 issues, 346 and 347, people ask, just like the prices keep going up on them. People even ask for like $40, $50 for these. But yeah, just $8 a piece. That's as low as I've seen them in years. So this also, like, being a nostalgia sucker, this was like one of the first comics I ever got that made me kind of fall in love with it. Back when I was a young kid. But I guess this is iconic and expensive because it's kind of when Venom first started having like the crazy teeth and slime and mouth and stuff. I'll show just a little bit more of that. This is an awesome comic though. These comics can show like how much can happen in just one issue and an overarching storyline, but standalone, kind of self-contained little arc inside. Oh man, this ad for G.I. Joe is fucking sweet too. That looks so good. Yeah, this Eric Larson run. I'm glad to be completing it, just about. Finally found this. I deserve this comic. It's from my childhood. None of that $50 shit. Conan Saga number 3. This is reprinting that early Barry Windsor Smith stuff. And lastly, a set of Elektra Assassin. I just had to pull the trigger because it's been taking me forever to actually like put this series together from bargain bins or anything, and I just want to be able to read the whole thing again. Yeah, talked about this in the last video, kind of sci-fi-ish, a little bit hard-boiled-ish even, or yeah, it's wild stuff. Okay, continuing. Okay, last up, Mighty Comics. Kind of been acting as my like home base, because sometimes I finish that part of town or nearby there. But he was having like sales forever, and yeah, I was like, how much is this? Are your back issues still on sale? And he looked at their ticks on it. He was like, okay, $2. So able to complete this Fall of House of Usher. This is issue 2 of 2 by Richard Corben. So nice. And he a copy of Faust came in, and he knew that he should hold it for me. So this is Faust number 7. Maybe his second or third copy now, but I'll be, selling the others or giving them to friends or something. I wanted to see how good Constantine is because I dipped out around I dipped out in the Mike Carey era, but good character, and I see this is like Ray Fox, Jeff Lemire, Renato Guedes, and Marcello Maiolo. I've just heard these names before. I'm not familiar with them, but this was in the half off bin. This is the used stuff starting now, so this was just pretty cheap to get a trade paperback and volume 1. Hopefully it's good. Again, from the half off bin, volume 6 of Crossed with Garth Ennis, Cy Spurrier, David Lapham, Raul Caceres, and Miguel Ruiz. But the cool thing about this too is it's signed. I don't know who that is. Maybe that's Caceres because it looks like a C. And Jason Burrows on the interior signature there. So that's cool, man. And the clincher for me is that this has a couple of storylines that I don't have, so just be able to come to read them. Oh, you hear that new binding cracking? Gravel by Warren Ellis, Mike Wolfer, Raul Caceres, and Oscar Jimenez. So I remember reading like Strange Killings, Strange Kisses, what was the other shit back in the day, and they were kind of like just alright, but this looks to be later era, so maybe it's developed a little bit more. Maybe found its stride. And Raul Caceres' art is like fucking sick all the time, so I just need to be able to read like crazy ass action horror, mature reader stuff a little bit. I think it's been said that Gravel was his kind of take on like an evolution of the Constantine character, if he could make him more of like more violent, or more of like kind of like a soldier, like almost like an army veteran sorcerer. And here's a trade paperback of Hellblazer, though. As I've said, the Paul Jenkins era. So this has a few Paul Jenkins story arcs in it. Up the Down Staircase, How to Play with Fire, and then it has the later Garth Ennis, Son of Man. But Paul Jenkins' run on this was like a good one to me, so I'll be revisiting this. This isn't Last Man Standing was like really a standout, so that one is one to look for if you're so inclined into these kind of things. But yeah, this is the one after that, I think, too. A couple after that. Oh yeah, Widdershins was good too. Yeah, just reading this again after like all these many years. Good way to do it half off. Okay, getting to the new stuff now. Okay, so Avatar Press, through their previews, solicitations, offer a lot of original print, just collections, and I just want these tribute classic kind of 1950s horror. Oh shit, this is hard to open up. One moment, let me open this off camera. Yeah, so being that Crossed 100 is one of my favorite of the series, and probably one of my favorite horror comics ever, or certainly of recent modern times. I have been coveting these issues, the tribute covers to 1950s iconic horror. Here's number 7, number 8. This might be a double for me. Number 10. If you know what covers these tribute to, you're crazy, because this is like beyond my realm of knowledge. I'm not too familiar with Golden Age stuff, just kind of like know that it looks familiar. Number 9. After Elias, that one says. Wait, where's number 10? Where the fuck's number 10, man? Number 11. Number 13. What the hell? There's a couple missing from these shit. I need to look at all that stuff again. There's like 4 issues in each little batch. This says After Everett, Bill Everett. Number 14. What does this one say? I don't see it on here. Number 12. Okay, weird. Number 16. Number 15. after Wexler. Number 17. These are all first prints in mint condition too. Kind of cool. There isn't a lot of demand for these, but you know, in this, if for anybody interested in speculating, there could be. All it would take is like a movie or something. I don't know if there ever will be. I just like these, so I'm not really speculating. I just like want them. I like them, but I think there is a chance someday, maybe. But whatever. Yeah, that's number 17. And number 18. This is definitely after Gus Ricca. That's definitely a classic, I know that. Yeah, I love Cross 100. It's so sick. Okay, Gun Honey Collision Course. This is the new Gun Honey series that's been coming out. I have been getting extra copies of this because I do figure if it is good, like, I don't know. I wanted to join in. I'm speculating a little bit and get like, okay, there's cover A, and then there's the foil one. The Adam Hughes cover. The Darren, what's this dude's name? Jasmine Darnell cover, and then the nude version. You like it nude, you like it lewd. Hate Revisited number 1. Got a couple extra copies of this because you know, I know a couple of friends that don't go to comic shops but do like Hate, and get an extra copy. Fun to read, man. Hate's always fun to read. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Black, White, and Green, cover B. I haven't read this yet, but we'll see. You know, the whole thing about anthologies is maybe there's some stinkers in there. Hopefully it's more than half are good stories, but it might be a good way to be introduced to creative teams or writers or artists. Under Heist, number 4 by the Laphams, and haven't read this yet, but yeah, I kind of want to read it maybe all at once. It's kind of easy to keep it in mind, serialized once per month, but it's so surrealist too that I want to like be immersed and like, you know, get into it. I can't really just like, it's not really pulpy or casual enough that I can just like read it flippantly, you know. EC covers Artisan Edition. Here's one I'm like pretty stoked for, right? But I gotta say, man, I thought it would like you'd be able to tell more of the process of this, and there's like a whole Jack Davis section and stuff. Yeah, a couple things I would say is like I should just splurge for the artist edition. I think the difference between artist and artisan is just that the artisan is soft cover, right? Am I right? Maybe artist edition is being hardcover as well as maybe a little bit bigger. But the thing I don't like about this is I know I should have got the hardcover because I would want to just be able to lay it open, and you can't do it with this soft cover. You need two hands to keep it open. But yeah, a must-have for me. I'm just kind of like, I haven't really got many of these artist editions or artisan editions, and I thought you'd be able to kind of like, I thought they'd be way rougher. These don't look that rough. Oh hey, there's a classic. It's worth them. But yeah, there's a lot of this. I guess this is still like good quality. I just have a little bit of that buyer's remorse. Like, I should have spent the $20 extra just to get the hardcover or whatever. You know, being a little bit cheap is probably gonna itch me the rest of my life. It's just gonna bug me a little bit. It's still sick as hell though. Oh, here we go, Jack Davis, one of the goats. He'd be on my Rushmore, man. Jack Davis is definitely my top 5 anyway. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, this is the second book. We'll take our time a little bit, wind on down. Figure out what you want to watch next. Jack Davis. Oh, it makes me so happy. His stuff. Oh man, this is crazy. I wish I got the hardcover though. Really, as I'm flipping through this and like feeling, I'm like, oh man, I don't know how the binding is gonna do on this soft cover. Okay, now it's staying open around the middle. Getting to the sci-fi stuff. I have collected the sci-fi stuff and gotta say I like the horror much better. Just for me. Hey, Frank Frazetta. Classic. Ghastly Graham angles, right? His stuff looks wicked in black and white. Kind of like it more in black and white, gotta say. Much more. Okay, we can't look through the whole book, right? What the heck is this? Saddle Justice. Oh, I like the whiteout. White paint. Saddle of Romances. Someday I'm gonna be rich and have some original EC comics. Then I'll show you all. I'll show all of you. I'm not sure actually that I would do that. But wouldn't it be so sick to have original EC stuff? Valor. Hollywood. The Man. That guy might be up there for me too. Okay, lastly. The newest Johnny Ryan release. Oh my god, man. This shit had me dying, dude. I was reading this on the ride home and like I had to not look like a psycho from laughing constantly. And I mean, a lot of comedy would just like, wait, let me make some room on the desk here. Flip through this a little bit. Like a lot of comedy would like make you laugh like every couple pages or something. This is making me laugh like several times per page. To the point my face and like my throat fucking hurt, man. And like I could feel like my body, like my torso being worked out from laughing so damn much. I mean it's very crude and like lowbrow, but he's I like the maybe people who think they're smart wouldn't find this funny because he's actually a very intelligent guy. It's so like, you know, to me it's like the Ramones where did you ever see the Angry Ramones documentary where the guy's saying like rock and roll used to nourish morons, now more it's not accessible to morons. But good comedy to me is like not pretending to be you know, it's kind of like sorry, I'm trying to read this while I'm explaining it, but it's so fucking funny, man. Okay, there's one part on, okay, where's this? 2 weeks. I need to see her bedroom. I need you to wait outside the room while I gather evidence. And don't open this door while I'm in here. All these sounds coming from inside. She looks under the door. Startled. Sits up. Goes to cut her own throat. He comes outside, gets the corpse. It's just fucking insane, man. He's eating food. Sends his text. This little cat, like, gif. I love you. Stop sending me this shit. Fuck off. Here he pulls this lady over. It's just like stream of consciousness too. I don't think there's I love the angry youth flow of consciousness, kind of like cartooning going on. It's kind of like that Workaholic show. You just never know what's going to happen next, but he's just kind of try to do the most funny and insane thing next. License and registration, please. Hi, officer. What's going on? Are you deaf or stupid? Neither. Give me your goddamn license and registration or you're going to jail. Okay, here. Step out of the car, please, miss. What? Why? You're giving me a lot of sass. Now get the fuck out of the car. Get out of the car. Grabs her by the hair. Pulls her out through the window. Spread out your arms and legs or I'll blow your head off. Handcuffs her. Now let's see. Professor Martha Roberts. You're a professor at the university? Yes. Professor of what? Being a fucking bitch? No, astronomy. Astronomy, huh? You got a pretty sweet ass, astronomy. Rips her dress off. Just starts groping her ass. Starts to eat her salad, toss her salad. What are you doing to that lady's butt? Says this little kid on the bike. Emergency CPR. Hey, is that bike the Rock Rider ST100? Yeah. Mind if I take a look? It's just fucking nuts, man. It goes on. So much shit happens in just one page. I'm not selling it good though, because just you gotta get the experience of it. I want to show one part though, man. Where this is the last video. If you don't dig this, just you can skip to the next thing. But there's one part where he's in the hospital and this shit's fucking insane. Maybe it's what's that shit called? Acquired taste. But holy shit, man, this shit is fucking just like the heyday of Angry Youth. This one, it's just pure insanity. And like I said, it made my fucking face and throat hurt from laughing, man. It's just so fucking batshit insane. Damn, you're super wet. Feels like you have scars. Jesus Christ. Okay, where's that damn part though, man? If you made it past to this video, by the way, yeah, should I kind of do like catch up best of the week and stuff reads too? Let me know. Because sometimes I show stuff in a video, but I don't know that it's good until I, I've read it after the video's happened. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this part, it just goes into this part where he's watching Family Feud. Do you like Family Feud? Let's watch Family Feud. Name a number that most men exaggerate. Beep, beep, beep. 69? This drawing of Steve Harvey. It's just so ridiculous. It just goes into this shit. There's like pages of just a satire on Family Feud. Name a reason you'd like to see Steve Harvey perform at Chippendales. Beep, beep, beep. Your package? Oh. His face. I don't care if it ain't up there. Good answer. High five. It's, I'm not selling this good. It's just so fucking funny though, man. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers on the planet, this fucking cartoonist. Okay, but thanks for watching, guys. And like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment and stuff. If you were gonna like but disliked because you don't like this fat cop, I'm sorry. But yeah, see you in the next video. Let me know if you want to see bookshelf stuff eventually, or like weekly reviews and stuff too. Probably on a weekend, but yeah. Okay, love ya. Goodbye. Take care. Stay gold.